All right. Good evening, everybody. So, I wanted to talk to you about microbit.org and how this really fits in with learning theory. So, in and of itself, it's very much designed for really any sort of active knowledge making. And this really fits in well with constructivist theory and also experiential learning theory. Um, with constructivist theory, really, it fits in well because learners are going to be generating their own knowledge through interactions. Now, what are they getting their main interactions from? Well, from physical computing and physical computing with the microbit. And they're also doing that through a variety of projects that are already built into the microbit website that allow students to code and create a lot of really um, neat programs in a great user interface. So even if you didn't have a microbit and you couldn't do physical computing with one, well, this allows you to do it because it actually shows you in the program what the microbit's going to do if you actually had one. All right. And you can create further meaning with each new program that you do and each new iteration that you do of your own program. So you're taking your knowledge and you just keep increasing it with every time you go through a project or every time you add on to your own project. Well, experiential learning, yeah, think about this. This really fits in well, and I almost think of it as a design thinking type model with experiential learning because you are imagining something, right? And then you're brainstorming and designing, and then you make it, and then you find out what works, what doesn't work, and then you reiterate, right? So it's almost design thinking and experiential learning really fit in well together here. And so we have constructivist, and then we have experiential learning, and then the next one that we have is I want to add growth mindset in here. Why growth mindset? Well, because that was one the learning theory that I focused on with Oscar Navarro, but also because with growth mindset and coding, they fit really well in together. So feedback, especially positive recursive feedback, is very essential in doing any type of programming. If you have a fixed mindset and it doesn't work the first time, the world's just going to end, right? It's going to really be a stopper for you. But growth mindset and positive feedback, yeah, you can do it. You can do this. You can do anything you put your mind to. And you, with building into that mindset into students, they're going to be able to do some crazy things that you never even maybe thought of yourself as a teacher in teaching kids how to do. So I challenge you to go to microbit.org and start coding, or go to makecode.com and start coding with the microbit. Why? Because one, you're going to find a really cool tool that's out there. Two, you don't need to have a microbit actually to do it. If you want to have a microbit or you can get a class set, great. All right. And three, kids will go crazy for this because they can code, and they can code in block, they can code in JavaScript, they can code in Python, and this is going to be very scaffolded for them. And this could be a very hands-off approach where the teacher is more the facilitator, again, constructivist and experiential learning, and you're facilitating students' knowledge making in building their own programs.